Imagine a world of magic and danger. Picture brave heroes battling fearsome monsters. This is the world of Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D for short. But where did this amazing game come from? It all started in the minds of two friends, Gygax and Dave Arneson. They loved playing games and telling stories. They wanted to create something new, something exciting. They combined their love of history, mythology, and fantasy literature. They imagined a game where players could become anyone and do anything. They could be brave knights, powerful wizards, or cunning rogues. And so in a basement with dice and paper, D&D was born. Gary Gygax was a born storyteller. He loved history and had a head full of fantastical tales. He imagined worlds filled with magic and adventure. Dave Arneson was a creative thinker who loved to play games. He brought his own ideas to the table. Together, they were a perfect team. Gary was the architect, building the framework of the game. He created the rules and the world in which D&D would take place. Dave was the innovator, coming up with exciting scenarios and adventures. They spent countless hours developing their creation. They tested it with friends, making changes and improvements along the way. They knew they had something special, something that could capture the imaginations of people everywhere. The first games of D&D were played in basements and living rooms. Friends gathered around tables, rolling dice and letting their imaginations run wild. They created characters and embarked on perilous quests. Word of this new game spread quickly. People were drawn to the excitement and the chance to live out their fantasies. Soon, D&D was being played in colleges and gaming clubs across America. Early players were captivated by the game's open-ended nature. There were no winners or losers, only endless possibilities. They could explore dungeons, fight monsters, and become heroes. D&D wasn't just a game, it was a portal to another world. Section 4, The Dragon's Rise. D&D takes the world by storm. In the 1980s, D&D exploded in popularity. It was a cultural phenomenon, embraced by teenagers and adults alike. Bookstores couldn't keep D&D rulebooks on the shelves. The game was featured in magazines, newspapers, and even on television. It became a symbol of creativity, imagination, and escapism. People from all walks of life found themselves drawn to the world of D&D. D&D also had a profound impact on the gaming industry. It paved the way for other role-playing games and inspired a new generation of game designers. It showed the world the power of imagination and storytelling in a way that had never been seen before. Section 5, Dragons and Dungeons Under Fire. Despite its popularity, D&D wasn't without its critics. Some people didn't understand the game and saw it as strange or even dangerous. There were concerns that D&D promoted violence, the occult, and even Satanism. These accusations were unfounded, but they led to negative media attention and even some attempts to ban the game. However, the D&D community stood strong. They knew that the game was about imagination, creativity, and friendship. They spoke out against the criticism and defended their right to play. Section 6. A New Age of Adventure. D&D's Triumphant Return. Despite the challenges it faced, D&D never truly went away. It continued to be played by dedicated fans around the world, and in recent years it has experienced a remarkable resurgence in popularity, thanks in part to its portrayal in popular TV shows like Stranger Things and The Big Bang Theory. D&D is now more mainstream than ever. People of all ages are discovering the magic of the game. New editions of D&D have been released, making the game more accessible and engaging for a wider audience. Online platforms have made it easier than ever to connect with other players and embark on epic adventures. Section 7. The Enduring Legacy of Dice and Imagination. From its humble beginnings in a basement, D&D has become a global phenomenon. It has entertained and inspired millions of people for over 5 decades. The game's impact can be felt in video games, movies, TV shows, and even literature. It has shaped the way we think about fantasy and storytelling, but most importantly, D&D has brought people together. It has created lasting friendships and communities. It has given people a chance to escape from their everyday lives and enter a world of adventure and imagination. And that legacy will continue for generations to come.